Good evening, Bloomington fans. We are coming to you live from the Bloomington Ice Garden, where tonight your Jaguar JV team is taking on the Chaskachan. I don't know what they're, the Chaskachan Stormhawks. Filling in for his maiden voyage on the broadcast is John Woodford tonight. Johnny Rash is either in a snowbank on his way here or caught up at work. We're not totally sure. He may be joining us later for the varsity game. But John, welcome to your first ever live stream broadcast.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for inviting me. See if I can fill in for John. Do an admirable job. Try to do my best.
For this JV game tonight, the varsity team is playing
New Prague.
And New Prague does not have a JV team, so Chaskachan has agreed to make the trek out in blizzard-like conditions to fill in and allow the JV team to play. I believe, John, we're making that up to them by going out to Chaskachan on Saturday for a JV game only.
I'm not sure if I can make that one.
Well, you might not make
John
it,
Rand.
but
Okay.
the JV team will be there.
Yep.
All right. So, John, we've noted throughout this JV season how interesting it was that last year, as you might recall, we had a preponderance of forwards, so we had to rotate forwards through at the blue line. There was sort of a constant shuffle of period by period, which forwards had to go back. This year, it is flipped dramatically, where we have about 76 defensemen and 3 forwards. So it's always interesting, and this being your maiden voyage, sometimes it's easier when there's some consistency in lineups and who's playing what. JV makes it challenging because period to period, who's playing forward D, and there is no uniformity. So
it's nice to have some consistency with your line mates and build up some chemistry, but sometimes you just can't do that.
We're developing flexibility.
Yep. I know some years in the youth programs that's the case too, so girls are maybe used to that and hopefully get comfortable playing a little bit everywhere.
All right, it looks like kicking off tonight's game, we have Ashley Towie taking the face-off. She's out there with Moore and who's my other wing? Looks like first, a speedy starting lineup. Jefferson trying to break out of their own zone. Towie chips that ahead, gets into the Chaskachan defensive end, but Chaskachan turns it the other way, comes out to neutral ice. Good forecheck there by Moore. Moore trying to get it into the slot, but she loses it in the corner. Chaskachan tries to break out, held in at least temporarily, being batted around at the blue line, caught up in skates. That's going to come back, hit Moore in the skates as she was going for a change. That comes across to Lindman. Lindman chips it ahead. Giving chase, there's DeVos. But Chaska brings it back out to center ice. Retreating on D, Marshall. She turns it over. Chips it ahead to Tyus. Tyus cannot get it across the blue line. That puck's thrown towards the crease. Not on net, though. Still no shots, either team. Again, back to the blue line. That's thrown. That gets through. Not a real dangerous shot, but first official shot, and we'll get our first defensive zone draw. So, John, I don't know how much JV you've watched this year now with your daughter playing varsity. Any early impressions on style of play or strengths?
And I have not seen too many games. What I've seen, JV team has, like you mentioned, some pretty good speed. They seem to work hard.
Yeah, we've commented the thing with their speed is they have it sort of throughout their lineup. I mean, again, we've talked about players changing positions, but they have depth where every lineup that's out there can beat teams with their skating ability. We should make note in net tonight is Bjorklund. I think that holds up with, I think Delarwell started the last game. They've been alternating every other game. So off the second attempt on the defensive zone draw, Jefferson wins that. They poke it ahead. First is going to give chase. Icing call. We'll try that a third time. We've seen quite a bit of scoring in recent games, John, outside of a few where tougher opponents. But after coming off a pretty good stretch early on where I think there was 2 straight shutouts, we've given up a few more goals in recent games than we did at the start of the year. Off the draw, Chaskachan fighting for it in the corner. They poke it behind the net. Still possessing it, looking for an outlet pass. Gets into the slot, tipped around, cleared to the sidewall. Moore's going to come away with that. She gets it out to neutral zone. Chaskachan turns with it. They're going to bring that across the blue line. Still possessing the puck. They cut to the front. Good scoring attempt there, but good save by Bjorklund.
And Bjorklund's doing a good job not giving up much rebounds.
I'll be curious too, John, considering this is a JV-only game, and we won't know this until we play Chaskachan. I do know they have they got 19 skaters on the bench.
Probably some varsity players.
That's what I'm curious, if the swing players, if they brought the full contingency tonight just to get some game time in.
Yeah, so far, most have been Chaskachan with possession.
Jefferson picks up that puck. They throw it in deep. We got Mendel and Schramm out. I think their first shift in the blue line. Centering pass to Keith. She can't get it on net. Tyus tried to go backhand on that, but poked away into the corner. Jefferson still without an official shot on net yet, but that was probably their best scoring opportunity to this point. That puck's loose in front.
Quick
kind of, I think that was the Chaskachan defense lost that one in front.
Yeah, the ref lost sight of the puck and blew the whistle, but it was loose.
Looks like we're going to get fresh forwards. So I think, John, we got, at least the first period here, we got 2 forward lines, 3 sets of D. So Towie's out again with First and Moore. That comes back to the blue line. They attempt to get it deep, but it's cleared out. That could go for icing, and it will. Ice not yet snowy enough to slow that down, so we'll get an offensive zone draw. Still out there on the blue line, we got Mendel and Schramm. Towie's going to take the draw. She looks to try to pull that back to her right. Ends up on first stick. She drops it back. That shot, I think that hit traffic in front. I don't think that got on net.
Just wide.
Fighting for it in the corner. Comes back to the point. Turns. That shot does get on net, but glove save. 2 shots now. Good shift there by Jefferson. Kept it down on the offensive zone. First 2 shots of the game. We'll get a fresh 5 out. Keith going to take this draw. She's flanked by DeVos and Tyus. Off the draw. Tyus fighting for it on the sidewall. DeVos has got it behind the net. Tried to find Keith. It was on her backhand. Comes back. Janzig De La Luz throws that in front. That gets tipped into the corner. Keith tried to go back to the blue line. That was intercepted. Cleared out to center ice. Janzig De La Luz tipped ahead to Keith. Keith's going to dump it in. Gets it in front, or tried to get it in front from behind the net. Good forecheck there by Keith. She's been playing well this year. Turnover again, dumped back in. Couple forwards go for a change. That comes to Lindman. Her shot hit traffic. She pokes it into the corner, keeping it deep. Lindman now on a forecheck. Covered. I think that was First who threw that shot well wide. Janzig De La Luz tried to hold the zone, but it gets tipped out. Lindman swings back at the red line. Tries to go cross ice to First. Can't connect. Towie's got it now. She's fighting, gets it into the offensive zone. Gets taken down. Collision on the far side wall. Behind the net, First and Moore fighting for it. Moore interskates. Pokes it into the corner. Jefferson, a good sustained offensive pressure. Turnover by Towie, but battling 2 defenders. Tried to get it to First. And again, all Chaskachan can do is poke it out to the neutral zone. First gets it to Towie. She's got 4 defenders on her. It ends up on first stick again. Kind of a light shot in traffic, but good job by First just getting that shot on net. Saved.
Great pressure by Jefferson in his last couple shifts. Yeah, as you mentioned, Chaska's barely been able to get over the center line.
We're back to the Towie first, Moore line. At the blue line, we've got Feldman and Marshall. Feldman trying to hold the zone. Pops up in the air. Feldman takes another whack at it. Well, he slows down the Chaska rush. Chaska now enters the offensive zone looking for a pass. Turns it over. Feldman dumps it behind the net to Marshall. Marshall looking for an outlet pass. Tries to get it across the blue line. It's held in. Marshall's second attempt. Poked into the corner. Marshall retrieves. She goes behind the net. Gets it to First on the near side wall. First trying to get it out. Loses the puck. Jefferson struggling to clear the zone. Pops over Moore's stick. And here comes First with a little room. Going to carry it across the blue line. Just dumps it in deep. She's going to go for a change. Keith on the forecheck. Tyus helping her out. That clearing attempt hits Keith. Ends up on the stick of DeVos, but she loses it. Back to DeVos. Again, tries to get it in front. Marshall going to hold that in. Flips over his stick. We're maintaining offensive zone time here, John, but struggling to get shots on net.
Well, looks like we got another icing coming up.
Chaska really sort of compacting down into the crease, sort of preventing any pucks from getting in front. The points are open, but we're really just hitting traffic primarily.
Yeah. And we need to kind of work the puck around a little bit more and see if we can get some passes across the crease.
Chaska wins that defensive zone draw, trying to break it out. Good hold there. That was Schramm. She centers it, but nobody's there. We had two forwards covering for Schramm. I like to see the defensive responsibility. Another centering attempt. Keith almost gets it through. Saved by the Chaska goaltender. Keith tried to backhand it in on the rebound. Couldn't quite get that on net. DeVos holds. At least temporarily. Chaska succeeds in getting it out.
Almost had too many players on the ice there, but
smart play though.
On the bench.
Mendel gets it ahead. Good job by Keith touching that. We've seen that a couple of times, John, where we have that stretch pass and we don't touch it before it crosses the red line.
Get the icing call.
Really smart play by Keith. Moore trying to force another turnover. She does. First, tried to get it back to the blue line, but hit traffic. Now Moore's going to drop it back. That shot by Mendel goes wide. First has got it in the corner. In front. Really strong shot there by Towie. Goalie in good position, though. Hit the leg pad. Rebound covered up. Jefferson with 5 straight shots here after Chaska had the three carried play for the first 2 shifts.
Yeah, but after that, it's been all Jefferson. Hopefully they can get one by the goalie here soon.
That comes back to Mendel, but she smartly just tries to dump it into the corner. Chaska comes out to the neutral zone. Caught up in traffic. Chaska enters the zone. Carries the puck into the corner. Comes near side. Chaska possessing it on the sidewall. Dumps it behind the net. Ooh, dangerous. It's in front. That hits the side of the net. Jefferson just trying to get it out. There's a save.
Nice job
and a
covering
cover.
that up by Bjorklund. Smart play to cover it up when the team is scrambling in front of her.
We've talked this year, John, a lot about puck luck and how just weird bounces, right? When you're trying to clear it or get a shot and the puck just happens to flip over your stick.
Yeah.
And no matter how well you play, how luck just plays a role. Draw one to Lindman, but she loses it behind the net. Centering pass on charging Chaska player. Didn't get much on that. Missed wide. Tyus trying to power it across the blue line. That's shot in on net. Another shot deflected into the corner. Chaska turning the tide here. That centering pass gets tipped to the far side wall. DeVos tries to poke it out. That's not going to get out of the zone. DeVos second at clearing attempt. Still held in. Keith finally pokes it free. Tyus forces a turnover. Trying to get it deep. Her stick's tied up. Chaska goes cross ice. Lindman's going to retrieve and get that. She's back with Janzik Dale-Luz. Good vision by Lindman. Finds First on the blind pass. First looking for somebody. Tries to drop it back to Lindman. Lindman smartly just dumps it in. 2 defenders on her. But Chaska succeeds in flipping it out. Towie goes back to Janzig De La Luz at the blue line. She finds First. First looking for a pass. Tries to get it ahead to Towie. Or maybe that could have been intended for Moore. Moore kicks it to Towie. Towie with 1 to beat. Tries to power around. She gets a good shot. Tried to go 5-hole. Go did a good job tightening up the pads. Shots now 6-5. Good scoring chances by both teams. We're about 10 minutes into the first here. Towie's got it behind the net, protecting, waiting for assistance. She tried to go behind the net to Moore. Moore couldn't handle that. It's going to be held in by Marshall. She dumps it behind the net. Towie again using the body effectively. Nice job by Towie. Battling 2 defenders there. Chaska goes cross ice to break out. They carry it to the red line. They're going to try to dump this deep.
Nice back check by Moore.
Moore with really good speed. She tips it across the blue line. Opportunity for 2-on-1. She's got DeVos with her. Towie's going to take the shot herself.
Almost snuck through. The goalie wasn't sure where that one was.
You could see Towie wanted to pass that, but the defender took it away.
Yep, I think that was a smart play to shoot it there. And it didn't have a good pass across, so never a bad play to get a shot on net.
No.
Hope you can get a rebound or sneak one through.
You could see she was a little dejected coming off, though. Probably didn't get the shot she wanted. It's always a tough spot because they're thinking on the fly, right? Like they know what they want to do.
Right. But sometimes defense just doesn't allow you to do what you want to do. Or, like
Number
said,
4 with
bounce.
the Rec League t-shirt jersey out there, John. Looks like she can skate. A ringer, probably.
Got the numbers taped onto her jersey.
Yes. I've been there before. Back in the defensive zone, Feldman gets taken down, but she gets it ahead to Tyus. Tyus tries to clear it. Good pressure there by Keith. Centering pass. Feldman trying to keep it from getting on net. Good back check help by Keith. Tyus also sinking down. Comes out to the blue line. That shot hit a bunch of traffic. Ended up getting chipped wide. Keith has an opportunity to poke it out.
And into the bench.
Into the bench. We'll get a fresh 5 out. It's always interesting, John. We've been watching, and again, this is a byproduct of having more defense than forwards on the JV squad. But normally, if you have extra, right, you go with three forward lines or extra forwards.
Right.
Just due to the amount of skating.
Yeah.
Our forward lines get a workout in these games, going two forward lines. Shots 7-5 in favor of Jefferson. About 3.5 minutes left in the first period here. Marshall behind the net.
Good pass.
Gets it up to Moore. Moore backhands it, maybe a little too strong. That's going to make it to the goal line for an icing.
Yeah, they might have been able to wave that one off, but they called that.
Just need a little more snow in front of the benches. That would have died. We'll get a new D pairing out. Towie's forward line stays out with Moore and First. Towie wins that across to Moore. Clearing attempt, held in, hits skates in front of the net. Retrieved by Schramm. Schramm goes up the boards to Moore. That one they're going to wave off. The D could have got a touch on it. Moore with an aggressive forecheck, forces a turnover. First looking for a pass. Oh, just a little too hard. Back to the blue line. Mendel dumps it back to First, but First runs into Moore's skates. She goes cross ice to Keith, fresh off the bench. Jefferson struggling a little bit to get out of their own way as they're changing lines here. Keith forced all the way back into her own corner. She's going to get that to Mendel. Mendel tried to find Tyus. Tyus couldn't quite handle that quick pass. It's dumped ahead to Schramm. Schramm's just going to dump it in deep. On the forecheck is DeVos behind the net. Mendel trying to get it to DeVos in front, but intercepted by Chaska. Chaska coming the other way with some speed. Picked up by Schramm. Schramm forces wide, tough angle shot. Rebound cleared into the corner. Mendel tips that ahead. Back to Mendel. She gets it out ahead. DeVos probably going to Well, everyone else going for a change. DeVos is going to try to forecheck here, buy a little time.
Perfect speed on that one dump in, just barely made it there, but the ref waved that one off again.
Good breakout by Chaska there. DeVos on her way to the bench, tries to tip it ahead. Moore can't control it at center ice. Here comes Chaska again the other way. Goes to Lindman. Lindman up ahead, finds Towie. Towie's 1-on-2. She's got Moore with her. Skates over far right, trying to cut back in front. Moore's there, it's in her skates. She kicks at it.
Oh.
Poked in front with first.
Had a couple of good chances there, but couldn't quite find the puck.
Couldn't get a good stick on it. I appreciate Moore with the soccer kick. Trying anything just to like get that puck in.
Yep.
Shots up to 9 for Jefferson. 6 for Chaska. We're down to a minute and a half in the first period. Still scoreless. There's been a lot of traffic at both ends, but not many clean shots so far.
A few good chances by both teams, but not many.
Yeah, and they've been mostly sort of like mucky chances in front. Not a lot of like hard shots.
Right.
But traffic.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic. Yeah. Every time they shoot one from the blue line and it ricochets, it makes me a little nervous, especially when it's our own player. You'd hate to have the own goal.
Yeah. Those are no fun.
Keith ties up the opposing center on the draw. DeVos fighting for it in the corner. Comes out to Chaska. They go cross ice. Good. Seen that a couple times from Chaska.
Oh, good.
Spreading out the D.
Good job by Lindman getting back to pick up the second player.
Janzik De La Luz defended that well. Keith trying to get it ahead to DeVos. Held in temporarily. Tyus comes all the way across, picks that up, gets it over to her forehand. There's a good shot. Blocker save to the back wall. Keith retrieving it. She throws one towards the net. That got deflected behind. Lindman with a pinch and DeVos. Breakout attempt, poked wide. Up to Tyus. Tyus tries to go cross ice, but everybody going for a change. Lindman patrolling the blue line. 3 fresh forwards out, down to 25 seconds. Chaska skates through center ice with speed, makes a move. Another move, trying to get to the front. Last line of defense. Janzik De La Luz poked that clear. Puck's behind the net. Final 12 seconds. Moore's going to pick that up. Got a little bit of room. Tries to poke it across the blue line. Temporarily held in. Looking for Towie up ahead. Can't get it to her, and that'll be the end of the first period. Pretty even match so far, John.
It would go stretches. One team would control puck for a while, and then it would switch over to the other team, then kind of go back and forth. Yeah, final shots 10-8 Jefferson.
Good, solid play by both goaltenders. No sort of spectacular saves required yet, but a lot of just like positioning and making sure that you're cutting off near side post. Both teams playing good defense like in the slots.
Yeah, picking up people in the slot, clearing the puck into the corners when there's a loose puck.
We've seen there have been, so with both teams collapsing, the blue lines are open, and we've been seeing shots from the point, but they haven't really gotten through traffic, which is the challenge, right? Of the benefit is if you can get a deflection, it's hard to save, but you got to get it. You got to get it through, which isn't always easy. It's always fun, John. I have no doubt, right, that at this level, the coaches ask the forwards to close out on those blue lines and block shots, right?
Yeah.
But watching them try to combat their urge to turn their unpadded backside to it.
That's when you get hurt, when you turn around.
But you can see them fighting their instinct to not face up a shot.
Yeah.
That's always an entertaining component where they close out begrudgingly so, and are just hoping, I hope this doesn't connect.
Yeah.
We've been joking, we're waiting for the JV squad to break out the blue sweater vests in honor of Mark Johnson's new start of season look. I actually talked to KP, but maybe we need a Christmas present idea. If anyone's looking to bribe the JV coaches with a Christmas gift, let's go blue sweater vest. Maybe some of the moms can estimate size on that. I don't know. I doubt they're one size fits all, but maybe if they're stretchy enough, I don't know. So Chaska with only, even as we were talking, John, if maybe they're bringing sort of a full contingency, swing players included, they do only have one goalie here, which
unusual for the
you would think if you're bringing everybody, right? But I guess I have no idea. Maybe they only have 2 goalies in the program. Who knows, right?
Don't know what their roster looks like. And back to what you were talking about earlier, getting shots from the point. A lot of times, what I've noticed is you get shots from the point, but there's no one really taking the goalie's eyes away. So it's nice to see that they're doing a little bit better job of getting in front of the goalie.
Yeah. Maybe there's a subliminal component there too of you don't like blocking the other team's shots, and as much as you want to get a tip goal in front, you prefer to get it with your stick. Yeah, not your leg or your face.
Yeah.
All right, Bjorklund switches ends here. We always talk about the second period's more dangerous with the long change, susceptible to getting trapped in your own end. And especially, as you alluded to, it's been a game of sort of stretches where both teams have dominated for a shift or two. That'll be more dangerous in the second period. Good outlet pass. Comes ahead. Moore's going to enter the zone. She tries to drop it back. Lindman's going to pick that up. She tries to carry it into the corner. Gets taken down. No call. Comes loose first. Back to Janzig de la Luz. She just content to dump it into the corner. First, holds it in at least temporarily. Towie now's got it. Tries to get it in front. Again, held in by Lindman. She throws it cross ice. Moore fights for it over there. Back to Janzig de la Luz. There's a tip in front.
And a rebound.
Save.
No one was there to pick it up.
First tries to center it. Turns it over. Good pressure here to start the second period. Outlet pass. Misses everyone. They are going to call that icing. So a good start to the second period. Jefferson, first shift there, all in the Chaskachan zone. We'll get a fresh 5 out.
And the forwards on that shift, a couple of them, smart play, get to the bench when they had a chance before the whistle blew, but keep those legs fresh. And don't get stuck out on the ice.
Keith tried to center right off the draw, but Chaskachan intercepted that. Tipped it all the way back. Marshall's going to retrieve. She's going to slingshot around the net. Goes over to the sidewall to Tyus, but that's intercepted. Marshall misses on it. Close range shot, tough angle. Good save by Bjorklund, then drops down to smother that rebound.
Covering up the rebound again now.
I'll give Chaskachan credit, John. Their breakout's been really effective because they're spacing the ice. So instead of trying to jam it up the boards through traffic, they do a good job of spotting the far wing and sort of spreading them out. Good tip ahead. If Tyus could control it, just poked away by Chaskachan. Marshall tries to chip it ahead. DeVos covering. Again, Marshall on the sidewall. Jefferson trying to get it out. Comes to Keith. Keith patient with it, smartly so. She's tied up, getting physical on the sidewall. Feldman behind the net, looking for an outlet pass. Tried to get it up ahead to Tyus. Hits traffic though. Chaska's shot goes wide. DeVos over there with Marshall. Marshall doing a good job of just holding it along the wall. DeVos is going to come away with it. Trying to get it to Tyus in the middle, but pass goes behind her. Tyus going to throw it in from the red line. Trying to buy time. That doesn't get deep though. Chaska fumbles it a little bit. Comes back the other way. Keith's still out there. Chaska does likewise. They dump it behind the net. They go for a change. Behind the net, that was Feldman. She's got it. Oh, looked for more, but had her stick poked as she was trying to make the pass. Good backhand there by Chaska. Looking for a tripping call. They don't get it. Another backhand in front. Cover attempt. Now First is going to skate out with it. Picking up speed. She's got more with her. First dumps it deep. She chases. Goes behind the net. Picks up the puck. Looking for a pass. Nice use of the wall. Gets it back to the blue line. Good. That one got through traffic. Good pad save. Another shot attempt by Mendel coming here. That also gets through. Shot. Good stick save. Two good scoring opportunities there, John. Mendel again.
Oh,
that shot just wide. Those are probably two of the best shots we've had so far. They managed to get through traffic.
Yeah, good hard shots.
Schramm to Mendel. Mendel ahead to Moore. Good passing there. Moore cuts to the middle but lost the puck. Knocks it loose, picks it up again. Trying to find Towie in front. Ooh, that pass/shot hit the stick, almost popped free.
Yeah, like we were saying earlier, it's good. She had a bad angle there, but get the shot on net, and the rebound almost came free.
Can never go wrong by putting pucks on net, right? Weird things happen.
Someone once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Fair enough. That draw was one over to DeVos. She tried to one-touch it back to the blue line. Good recovery by Schramm to break up that potential breakaway. Now Keith pokes it ahead. It's a puck race. Keith's going to get there. If she can spot Tyus in the middle, she tries to get it to her.
Just out of her reach.
That was she was under pressure by the D. Knew she had Tyus, just couldn't quite get it on her stick. Tyus just flips that on net, but right into the glove. We've seen better scoring chances to start this second period. Those are some legit dangerous chances.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard shot there, but we had two players waiting for a rebound if the goalie hadn't covered that one up.
If Johnny Rash is missing this while he's stuck in the snowbank, he's missed a couple of good backhanded plays. That's Johnny Rash's favorite, the backhand. Puck's in front of the net. DeVos tried to come to her forehand. John would have told her, take the backhand. Schramm tries to backhand, but that hits traffic. Chaskachan comes out the other way. They got a potential 2-on-1 if they can get the pass ahead. Oh! And that shot just wide of the net. Mendel actually tried to break up that pass, but managed to slow it down, leading to a really good scoring opportunity. That Chaskachan had the blocker side corner picked out.
It might have been off, it was very close to offside, but they did just barely stay on. That was their best chance of the game.
That's got to be frustrating for a defenseman when you poke the pass and it still gets through. You almost help them out.
Yeah.
Towie draws back to the corner, but Chaskachan behind the net, centering pass, intercepted there. Got it ahead first, but lost it. Janzig de la Luz in the corner. It's dumped behind. Lindman going to get there first, but under pressure immediately. Gets it ahead to first. First pokes it out ahead. Moore's going to try to pressure the D. It's poked ahead. Physical play there by Towie. Comes back to Janzig de la Luz. She gets it out to center ice. Towie's got it. She goes off the boards, trying to get around. Moore's going to get to that puck. She's in the corner looking for an outlet pass. First picks it up. She rings it, gets it to Janzig de la Luz. She tries to dump it in. Moore's got it. Tied up on the wall, fighting for it. Some stick play there. I think Moore might have lost a glove. Lindman trying to hold the zone, at least ties up the Chaska player long enough to let First recover. First ends up dumping it in. Moore behind the net, forces Chaska to turn the other way. Again, held in by Lindman. Ooh, that puck flipped over a stick, got on net, not much on it.
Some good zone time, but again, not a whole lot of good chances resulting from it.
Jefferson doing a good job there of just mucking it up along the sidewall, making it difficult to get out. Chaska dumps it in. Ooh, they're going to call icing on that.
I think they were just behind the red line when they passed.
Sharp eye on that ref. We got 9 minutes left in the second. Shots now 16-11. The shot pace has picked up here as the game has progressed, I feel like.
Yeah, we were 10-8 at the end of the first. So.
Yeah, but we were like 2-3 about halfway through the first. It's like the teams have found their footing getting pucks on net. Off that offensive zone draw, Tyus is going to poke that to the far side corner. Marshall trying to hold in. Keith's got it. She's on her backhand, though. Spinning, circling the zone. See if she can get that in front of the net. Still on her backhand. Cycling almost all the way around. Got it back to Marshall. Not that was intent, but... Oh! You talked about taking the goalie's eyes away, John.
Yep. Wasn't a hard shot, but the goalie did not see that one, and it snuck right between her pad and the post.
I'm assuming was that DeVos in front who actually tried to then redirect it, whiffed on it, but the goalie never saw it.
Fortunately, she didn't,
Snuck in the near side post. So goal there by Zoe Marshall. I did not see who oh, it would have been Keith.
Yeah, pass
Keith
that
with
to her.
the assist after cycling the zone for a full
couple times.
360. Yep. Maybe not her intent, maybe not the prettiest, but effective nonetheless, right? Jefferson up 1-0. DeVos centering pass to Tyus. Tyus can't quite handle it. Oh, here comes Chaska with some speed. Number 10 flying up the ice. But Marshall gets back, throws that into the corner. Centering attempt, cleared to the behind the net. Keith's got it, trying to outlet pass. Marshall now chasing, tries to get up the sidewall. DeVos has got it. She's looking for Tyus. Chips it ahead. Tyus trying to just get it across the red line. DeVos is going to pick it up. Goes one-on-one, makes a move. She's all alone. Shot attempt saved.
Good.
I guarantee you that's not what DeVos was trying to do either. I think she was trying to get that off the ice. Yep, just came over the top a little bit.
This might add 10 to, like John Rash saying, get to the backhand there.
Yeah,
There's
she
a lot
might
of
have
net open over there.
Might have had a move there.
Yeah.
On the draw, Towie to the sidewall. First fighting for it. 2 Jaguars. They end up throwing it to the far side corner. Moore is going to retrieve. Comes back. Towie's got it at the blue line. Drops it back. Shot. That's on net. Sticked into the corner. Comes back to Mendel. That shot deflected in front. Moore's got it. Backhand in front, but cleared into the corner. Out of danger. Moore again. She drops it back to Schramm. Schramm shot gets through traffic. That one tipped. Oh, and Moore tried to get it from a tough angle shot. Chaskachan gets it out to center ice. Schramm picks it up. She makes a nice move. She's going to, tried to pass. Recovers.
Taken down. No
Shot
call.
goes wide of the net. Tried to get that to Towie, but whiffed on the pass and then tried to recover for a shot. Oh, that's not a. That's always a frustrating call, and that was Towie just going for the puck.
Yeah.
Chaska goes down. We'll have our first penalty of the game. Towie with a trip. Oh, they're calling interference.
Okay. Yeah.
That seems weak.
Yeah, they had to play very similar to that 5 seconds before that. It didn't get called, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
All right, first Jefferson penalty kill. We'll have Keith and DeVos out with Schramm and Mendel on the blue line. Off the draw, puck thrown in front, cleared to the blue line, but not out. Keith's got it, and Keith does a good job throwing that all the way down.
Nice job by Keith, not panicking and getting control of the puck and then shooting it down the length of the ice.
DeVos on the forecheck. Forces Chaska to turn around, turns it over. DeVos shot just wide, almost had the blocker side lower corner. Puck just slid wide. Chaska now regains possession, but turns it over at the red line, at least temporarily.
Nice read by
Mendel carries that in. Thrown back out to center ice. Schramm's got it. She dumps it in. Offsides, but they tag up. Fresh forwards out there. Tyus on the forecheck. Comes up to the ringer. She can't handle it. And that'll go for an icing.
About halfway through the penalty.
Only 1 minute so far. Best scoring chance belongs to Jefferson, shorthanded.
I don't think Chas has gotten any shots on this power play, have they?
I don't think so. Good penalty kill, not to jinx it. Fresh penalty kill out. Tyus off the draw, try to throw it in front. Chaska comes the other way, controlling the puck. They go far side. They're going to carry that into the corner, possessing the puck. Thought about getting it in front. They're cycling now. Dropped it back to the blue line. Cross ice. Tyus. Oh, that shot got through, but
very close.
Off the glove, saved in the corner. Chaska dumps it deep. Patient behind the net. Dropped it into the corner. Tough angle shot. Saved out. First tries to clear it. It pops up. Tyus dumps it deep. She's going to give chase.
Good hustle
that goes just
Tyus.
wide of the net. Tyus playing physical, but she's being tied up. Where's the interference on that call, John? Stretch pass comes all the way down, but not handled. That should be icing. And they'll call it.
That'll do it for the penalty. Got 4 seconds left.
So we got another 2 fresh forwards out. Janzik, De La Luz, and Lindman will stay out at the blue line. We might have messed up forward lines now. My guess is Tawi will probably come straight out.
On the ice.
DeVos taking that draw, loses it to Chaska. Chaska quickly coming the other way. Gets around Janzik De La Luz. That shot, save, but rebound, poked into the corner, back to the blue line. Shot towards the net. Ooh, almost tipped, redirect, but saved. Again in the corner. Lindman fighting for it. Tawi with her, 2v2 in the corner. One Chaskachan player goes down. Dumped behind the net, far side. Moore's going to try to tip that out. Succeeds in getting it out. Moore and Tawi giving chase. DeVos carries it in, apparently onside. She's going to try to get to the front of the net. And she's tied up. That might have been a little bit of a makeup call there, John. I thought that was a decent defensive play, but they're going to get Chaska, rec league player, for 2 minutes. I'm assuming for
cooking.
Ooh, I know the rec league player. That's Ella Miller. She is on the varsity squad. Ringer. Ringer.
See if Jefferson can take advantage of this power play.
So first power play. We've got the same forward line stays out. So DeVos with Moore and Tawi on the blue line. We've got Marshall and Feldman. Held in. Back to that was DeVos. Maybe covering at the blue line. Marshall's down deep. She drops it back to DeVos. DeVos in front. Tawi's tip goes wide. Moore's got it. Using her body to protect it. Back and forth. Try after all that dancing, try to get it back to the blue line. She did. Deked herself out. Puck's thrown deep. Feldman gives chase. She's immediately going to be under pressure, though. Chaska's going to get to that puck first. They're just mashing it against the boards.
They're happy just to eat up a little bit more clock.
DeVos comes away with it. She's going to carry it up. Makes a move, enters the zone. Right up the middle, DeVos throws a shot on net.
No one crashing for the rebound.
Tawi picks it up. She skates it into the corner. She's going to cycle right in front on the backhand. Slid on net. Save. Shots up to 23 for Jefferson. Still a minute left in the power play. 3 minutes left in the second period.
They got a full line change, so some fresh legs out here.
So we have now, mixed up the forward lines a little bit. We'll have Keith centering Tyus in first. Keith ties up the opposing center. Comes back to Mendel. That shot saved. Tyus tried to center it in front.
Another good shot from the point, but that time they didn't have anyone in front.
Oh, that shot also saved by first off the pass from Schramm. Over to Mendel. She goes to Keith. Keith's going to look, goes back to Mendel. Mendel, that shot hits traffic. Back to Mendel's stick. Dumps it deep to Keith. Keith, good use of the body, but she's tied up. She's going to need help there. Fights through it. Gets it to Tyus in front. Oh, Tyus could have spun. Mendel's shot gets through. Save. Keith retrieves. Looking back at the blue line. She decides to try to center it. That hits traffic. Good minute here by this power play unit. First going to try to hold the zone. Tied up along the sidewall. Tyus picks it up. Last 4 seconds. She skates in front. Tried to backhand it. Little bit of a wraparound. Schramm can't hold it.
Just as the Chaska player comes out of the box.
Oh, they got the offside. That one, John. You thought they got away with the 2-on-1 earlier. That one, she snuck across. They caught it. Woo! Crisis averted.
It's bad timing sometimes. Breaking out, and then the player comes out of the box, and they're wide open. Dodge the bullet, then.
All right, fresh forward line out. Tawi takes that draw, but Chaska wins it. First, trying to poke it ahead. Tied up, centering pass is going to be intercepted. Schramm gets it ahead to Tawi. Towie an opportunity with numbers here. She's got first and more with her. Towie gets by the first defender. She's going to skate in front on the backhand and the goal. Johnny Rash, that one was for you. Towie coming out of the corner, backhand upper corner. Nice play.
Did a good job getting around the defenseman and cutting hard to the net.
Now Moore won't get an assist on that, but she deserves some credit because her hustling to the front of the net drew that defender, right, which allowed Towie to come out of the corner after she beat the other defender.
Yep, yes. What you do away from the puck matters just as much as what you do with the puck.
Well, you had mentioned on an earlier drive, too, that a shot was on net and we weren't charging the net, right? That time, Moore did a good job of getting to the net quickly, and it mattered.
Yeah, defenseman had to respect that other player. Opened up room for Towie.
So Towie unassisted on that goal. 2-0 Jefferson's lead now with a minute left in the second period. Jefferson.
Off the bench. Could have had another good opportunity.
Saw an odd-numbered rush there, but hit a Chaskachan player on the bench. Neutral zone draw. Keith's going to take it. A minute 12 left in the second. Chaska again wins that. DeVos almost poked it away from the Chaska defense. Clear to the blue line. DeVos trying to get it to Tyus. Jansen De La Luz has got it. Her pass, though, didn't get much on it. Turned over. Chaska keeps it in the zone. Puck goes through the slot. Keith trying to get it to Tyus. Another turnover. This is dangerous, John. Centered. Good save. Nice play by Bjorklund. Got a glove on that shot. And there. We talked about the own goal shot from the blue line. Keith actually reached down with her glove and got a piece of that, right?
I think she was reaching for it, but I think it didn't go off her stick in that case. But
regardless, Bjorklund, good reflexes. Second big save in that series.
Just over half a minute left in the second period.
See if we can get it out of the zone, get into the locker room with this 2-goal lead. Toughest lead to protect in hockey, right, John? 2 goals.
Yep.
Off the draw, Chaska fighting for it behind the net. Moore retrieves it, but she tries to go up the wall. Nobody there. That shot hits Towie good. Towie didn't turn.
Nope.
Give her credit. She took that one off the breezer pad. Chaska tries to go cross ice. Lindman gonna try to clear it. Held in at the cross the blue line. First fighting for it. Chaska stays on side. Centered into the slot. Back to Chaska. Back to the blue line. Shot on net, and time will expire. Kind of survived that last minute there, John. That was a little tricky. So, resetting the stage here. Jefferson's going to go into the locker room with a 2-0 advantage on the scoreboard. A 26-16 shot advantage. I don't know if it feels like the game's been a little more even than that to me, John. I don't know. What have you seen?
We had a stretch there kind of in the middle of that period where we controlled play for pretty long periods. But yeah, I think...
considering there's a quick math, right? 42 collective shots and only 2 goals. Good goaltending, good defensive play from both teams. Yeah. So we will take a break while we resurface here, and we will rejoin at the start of the third.
He's down in Colorado, yeah.
All right, we are back for the start of the third period. We should give a shout out to our compatriot Jason, who's listening in to the JV game from Colorado. Not sure, you think, John, you know him decently, was he listening to this while skiing, while hot tubbing? I don't know. I think it's a ski trip out in Colorado.
It's a ski trip. Can't remember what part of Colorado he's in, but
you can see Jason lounging around a fire, drinking a hot cocoa. Yeah. Probably lots of marshmallows, right? Maybe some sort of like candy sticking out the top. Who knows? Cashmere sweater on, fuzzy slippers. You know what? He says skiing with the guys. He's probably at a spa. He was just too embarrassed to tell the broadcast crew. We hope, Jason, you're enjoying your spa day out in Aspen or whatever.
Vail.
Vail. Yep. While your wife and daughters are at home in the freezing cold shoveling the driveway in your absence. So at the start of the third, final 15 minutes here, Jefferson leading 2-0. Been a really good game so far, competitive both ways. Jefferson leading 26-16. I'm guessing, John, that coming out of the locker room, Chaska's been told we're going to have to press here, be a little more aggressive in the offensive zone. You'd like to take advantage of that. You're looking for like counter plays, right? Where if they're deep pinch, try to get around them, some odd man rushes.
Yeah, to get a third goal or quickly, that would change the game a lot. But yeah, Chaska's probably going to come out. They got their ringer back out at center.
Yep, Ella Ringer-Miller taking the Chaska draw here against Towie. That's sent to the side. Moore's going to get to that puck first. Tries to get it up the wall to Towie. Towie going to carry that into the corner. She's tied up, rubbed off. First, bats it back to the blue line. Lindman goes down. Moore picks up that puck. Lindman wrestling on the ground there. Looks like a UFC fight. Chaska in the corner. Trying to get it up across the blue line. That's going to be held in by Towie. Oh, loses it across the blue line. Goes back to Jansen. Did lose, but that goes under her stick. Clearing attempt. Whiffs on that. Chaska now dumps it behind the net. Lindman retrieves. She goes far side wall. Can't get that to first. Shot goes through the legs. Cleared up through the middle. Another shot. That goes off a skate into the corner.
Chaska had a player wide open in front of the net there.
And Jefferson forced to just ice that down. First minute in. Chaska with a first scoring opportunity of the third period. Fresh lines out for both teams. We have had consistent, the 6 forwards who started this game, John, have stayed. We haven't seen any D rotating up this game.
Yeah.
Keith going to take this draw. Tried to win it back, hit the ref's skate. It comes to DeVos, but couldn't quite get it out. Thrown into the corner. Tyus tries to go up the wall. Comes to DeVos at center ice. She throws it ahead, but Chaska immediately turns it back the other way. Good breakout pass. They enter the zone. They've still got possession. Centering pass goes through the crease into the far corner. DeVos there. Tried to get it ahead to Keith. Held in, thrown behind the net. Chaska still with possession. Again behind the net. 2 players back there. The wraparound attempt ends up going through the crease. DeVos tries to get it ahead to Tyus. I think it's going to go for icing. I thought they could have said Chaska could have got a touch, but is what it is. 2 minutes in. First 2 shifts have been largely in the Jefferson zone. The Towie line back out there with First and Moore. Off the draw, comes back to the blue line. That shot hits Marshall in the skates. Clearing attempt, held in. Centering pass right in front. Quick turn, but blocked there by Feldman. First bats it out, gets it ahead to Moore. Moore trying to win a puck race. Getting physical. She's bodied off. Good play by the Chaska D, just protecting the puck. Comes to Towie. Feldman throws it in front, ends up in the corner. First is gonna give chase there. Breakout attempt, gotta be careful here. Chaska gets around Feldman. Good back check by Marshall. That shot didn't have much on it, poked it in the corner. Good recovery by Marshall. Clearing attempt first, trying to win that puck race. Skaters changing behind her. First with the forecheck, buying time. Pushes Chaska all the way behind the net. Tyus with a turnover. Tyus, tough angle shot in front, but Keith just a little late coming off. She gets a tough angle shot.
Oh, the
rebound attempt.
Goes over the net.
Bounces over the net. Good pressure here by Keith and Tyus, two-man game. They're joined by DeVos now. That puck poked behind the net. DeVos trying to break that up, forces Chaska to turn back the other way. Chaska looking for an outlet pass. Goes to the far side wall. They chip it out to center ice. Schramm's got it. She was looking for the pass to Keith, but got it pickpocketed from behind. Tyus carries it into the zone. She goes cross ice to Keith. Keith shot on net, blocker save. Rebound DeVos in front, another save. Puck still loose. Finally covered.
No one really knew where that one was, including the goalie, but
a really good scoring chance there for Bloomington. A couple of them in that last minute. Shots now 29-18.
Nice pass by Tyus over to Keith on that one. Good shot by Keith. Couldn't corral the rebound.
That draw won by Chaska. They dump it in deep. Good hustle by Schramm to force that puck into the corner. Tyus forces a turnover but can't. Loses the puck trying to carry it out. Schramm trying to hold the D behind, or centering pass. Good one-timer. Excellent save by Bjorklund. Chaska now cycling. They got the puck behind the net. Holding it in the corner. Tries to get it back to the point. Tyus going to come away with it. Passes it ahead to DeVos. DeVos picks up speed. She's going to get around the defender. Makes a move, and there she buries it. I think she didn't get the shot she wanted on her last pseudo breakaway attempt. This one picked her shot. Goal by DeVos, assist to Tyus. 3-0 Jefferson.
Make them breathe a little bit easier on the bench now. 3-goal leads, a lot more comfortable than a 2-goal lead.
That was a little bit of that counterattack we were talking about, John, where the D pinched. Tyus did a good job getting it ahead of DeVos, and then DeVos just out-hustled the remaining D to get to the net. Oh, dangerous here. Chaska with the puck. Centering pass in front. Another big save by Bjorklund. That's twice where she slid post to post.
Yeah, defense are getting caught a few times chasing the puck and leaving someone open in front of the net.
We're going to get Jancic De La Luz. I didn't see the penalty.
I missed that.
I'm guessing they called her for roughing, probably just trying to clear traffic out in front. Bjorklund, 2 big saves in the last 2 minutes here.
Yeah, Jefferson's having a tough time on the faceoffs too. We haven't won many.
Yes, that's a good point. And again, a win to the side wall. Tries centering pass, picked up by Lindman. Lindman she does clear the zone. You got First and Towie out there. Chaska, oh, that should be offsides. They caught it.
Got that one.
Never make the move at the blue line.
Chaska player didn't agree with the call, but it was the right call.
So we will change the blue liners here. Towie stays out with First. Chaska again wins the draw. This time another move at the blue line, but they had crossed. Good pressure there by Towie. Comes back to the defensive zone. Passed ahead. Now Chaska enters the zone. Drop pass. Shot hits traffic. Deflected wide. Chaska almost turns it over. Still fighting for it. Mendel, she goes into the corner. She's going to come away with it. She's on her backhand. Trying to get to her forehand. Going to carry it out. Succeeds in getting across the blue line. That made me nervous there, John. Almost turned it over.
She had a good opportunity to rush, but then almost lost it and almost turned into 2-on-1 the other way.
Jefferson dumps it in deep. Keith, fresh off the bench, new forward penalty killer. She wins that battle on the sidewall, going 1-on-2. She's out there with Tyus, also fresh. Comes back. Schramm's going to pick this one up. gets it ahead to Tyus. She chips it ahead. Tyus is going to have a chance to win this puck race. Oh, almost poked it ahead again. That outlet pass hit traffic. Mendel dumps it in deep. Tyus going to give chase into the corner. Ooh, big collision there. Here comes Chaska the other way, 2-on-2. They turn it over. I think are we going to get a penalty here? We are.
Interference, looks like.
On Tyus? Oh, on that collision, yeah. I'm guessing. Bloomington fans not happy with that call. Chaska fans feel it's long overdue. We're going to have 21 seconds of 5-on-3. A good opportunity here if Chaska wants to get back in this game with 9 minutes left. Off the draw.
Loss.
But tied up. In front, Chaskachan. Good save, blocker save. Feldman tries to clear it. Now Washington's got it in the corner. Tries to get it out, held in. DeVos, DeVos can't backhand it out of the zone. Puck's thrown on, sticked into the corner. Janzig De La Luga out of the box. She's going to the bench. Moore comes out to help DeVos. Puck's in the corner. Comes to cleared out. Marshall tried to get it to Moore. Marshall a second attempt. Get across that blue line. They succeed in clearing the zone. Tried to dump it in deep. DeVos can't hold it. Feldman gives chase. Chaska behind the net. Centering pass. Good one touch. DeVos again trying to backhand it ahead. Hit Moore's skate. That's offside. Ooh. We are battling just to inch that across the blue line. A minute left in this one skater advantage.
Just under 8 minutes left in the period.
This is a key stretch here with Chaska having about 3.5 minutes of power play. Janzig De La Luz, fresh out of the box. She comes up, ties up the defender. Towie tried to dump that in deep, but it's intercepted at the blue line. Here comes Chaska, carries it across into the zone, cuts to the middle, good shot.
Good save, no rebound.
Saved by Bjorklund. Were you a Bjork fan back in the day? Do you remember the artist Bjork? She was known for a swan, some swan outfit at some award show.
I remember the name, but
I couldn't tell you the name of like albums or songs.
Yeah.
But I'm convinced we got to get some sort of Bjork themed song in the playlist for every time Bjorklund makes a big save. I think she might have been Icelandic, which also seems appropriate for hockey. Chaska cycling here, trying to get that in front of the net. Good tie up there by Towie. Probably got away with a little bit of a interference
Chaska
holding
fans
the
are
stick.
calling for a hook.
They were. Chaska, good. They've done a good job keeping it in the offensive zone, but Jefferson's not allowing them to get a shot off, John. Dumped in, 4 seconds left. And that comes out to the blue line. Jefferson back at full strength. Good job by the Jags, killing off about 3.5 minutes of power play there. Another strong shot. That did hit traffic. Loose in front, cleared to the corner. Man, Bjorklund with several big saves, and the D helping her out there. Here comes with speed DeVos again. Oh, and she almost picks the blocker side corner. Excellent shot off the pipe. Comes to DeVos again, trying to
tries to go through the legs.
Pick her way into the front of the net. Tyus, centering pass, nobody there. 6 minutes remaining in the game. Jefferson still with a 3-0 lead. Chaska comes out to the center ice.
Good play by Schramm to step up and intercept that pass.
Jefferson trying to keep it deep. Tyus on the forecheck, forces a turnover. DeVos hounding the puck handler, comes back to the D. Throwing up the near side wall, icing waved off. Might have tipped off a Mendel stick. Schramm retrieves, gets it to Tyus. Oh, held it at the blue line, at least temporarily. Here comes Tyus. Keith trying to catch up to her, 2-on-2. Tyus, that shot goes wide, but Keith's going to get to it first. Contemplated throwing it back to the blue line. Gets tipped back there anyway. Schramm's got it. She tries to go cross ice to Moore. Moore try to just poke it ahead. First has got it. She's going to get a shot off. Ooh, that dropped down.
We did not have that one.
But the ref in the corner couldn't see it. It fell down the chute there, dropped between the goalie's pads. 5 minutes left. Things are looking good here, John, but Chaskachan has tightened it, caught up on shots here. It's now 31-26. Thanks again to the back-to-back penalties.
And Chaska wins another face-off. Oh.
That centering pass broken up by Chaska. Mendel just smashes that behind the net. Breakout attempt. Gets by Schramm. Mendel retrieves. Aggressive forecheck by Chaska. Mendel patiently goes cross ice to first. First tried to make a stick handling move. Chaska's going to succeed in holding that in. Schramm retrieves it in the corner. Tries to go to Towie, but that's another turnover. Comes to Mendel. One touch to first. First again, though, turns it over. You got to get that out. Comes to Towie. Towie tries to get it across, gets it over the blue line. Moore, an aggressive chase. It'll be icing, but we'll take that.
Yeah, Moore was hustling trying to beat the icing call, but couldn't quite get there.
With a 3-goal lead in 4.5 minutes, John, at this point, right? You just want to be smart.
Yeah,
clear the zone, make them touch up. No need to sort of get overly fancy.
Yeah.
Keith comes out to take this draw. Again, it's won by Chaska. They're going to dump that behind the net. Marshall retrieves. She gets it to Tyus. Tyus banks that a little too hard off the sidewall. Right idea, and I think she knew it as soon as she hit it.
Yep.
But again, clear the zone. We'll take it.
Need a few more seconds off the clock.
Same 5 stay out for Jefferson. Keith again going to take the draw. Chaska again wins that. They try to center it, pops up. Bjorklund covers. Do that again. We got 4 minutes, 8 seconds left.
I'm not sure if we won a single face-off this period. There we go. We got one.
Keith, as if on demand, says, "I'll show you, Woodford." But we turn it over, trying to break it out. The puck's loose in front.
Another good save and no rebound by Bjorklund.
Vacuumed that up. See if you can jinx Keith again. Reverse jinx this time.
Shots are almost tied now. Oh,
and Keith did win it twice in a row. Comes back to Marshall. Marshall trying to get it to DeVos. DeVos has a little bit of room. She goes cross ice but hits Tyus in the skate. Tyus at least pokes it loose. Here comes Chaska right back in the zone. Good centering pass on the backhand. Not much on that shot. Went wide. Tried to center it in front. Chaska turns it over. Good centering pass there. That shot hit traffic and just bounced wide. Dangerous play. That was a D sneaking in. Tyus trying to get it out. Has DeVos up ahead, but held in again at the blue line.
Oh, that one was going
Another out. That was going out. Bjorklund into the corner. Jefferson's 5 needs a change.
Just over 3 minutes left.
That's twice where we kind of held it in the zone ourselves there, trying to get a touch.
Here we go.
Here comes DeVos with some speed. Let's get this deep. Ooh, she gets taken down. No call. That's fair. I don't think that was a penalty. That was just good play. Oh, almost turned over. Chaska, though, chips that ahead. They're going to give us the icing on that.
That's
smart play by Lindman. I think she
slowed
probably
down.
could have poked that.
Oh, she could have gotten that one, but she...
That's a veteran move right there.
Slowed down just
veteran
enough.
move. Hiding her
Max
speed.
tired, yeah.
All right, a fresh 5 out for Jefferson. Needed a change after that extended stretch. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left. Chaska wins that draw, but they're forced into the corner. Towie steals that puck, takes her down. Looking for a pass back to the blue line. Jansen De La Lune gets that on net. Pad save into the corner. Moore smartly keep that puck deep. No need to throw that back to the blue line here. And I say that, and they do it anyway. Another shot, that one a little wide. Towie tried to redirect. She's got it on the sidewall. She throws it in front. Oh, first saw Moore on the far side post, but just out of her reach. Comes back to Jansen De La Luz. That one hit the defense. Fortunate that past the first backhand. Hit traffic. Good job by this line, though, just keeping it in the offensive zone.
Yep.
No need to get fancy.
And a good look there, but passed it to her backhand. She couldn't quite tee it up.
Oh, here comes Chaska, though. They poke it free. Janzik de la Luz.
No icing.
All the way down to retrieve. She comes back to the same side wall. Oh, that's a dangerous play. Moore's going to pick that up. She gets it across the blue line, but not across the red. Second attempt. Chaska turns it the other way again. They enter the zone, drop pass. Concede a hard shot. Another save by Bjorklund. Now this line's been out there a little too long, John. Centering pass backhand. Another save by Bjorklund. Well positioned. First, tries to get it ahead to Tyus. Tyus 1-on-3. Loses it, but keeps the puck. Good job just using her body to maintain the zone. We're down to a minute 10. That puck rings all the way around. Schramm thrown in front. Oh, good redirect by Tyus. Schramm's gonna chip. Oh, try to chip that in.
2-on-0
Hit the
here.
Chaska player. Lindman with good speed, at least coming back to break that up. Just snuck across the goal line. Under a minute to go, lost the shutout, John.
A good passing play by Chaska. Passed back and forth twice, and
just hits that across from a tough angle. Oh, I wanted that for Bjorklund. If Kurt were calling it, he would have jinxed that shutout about 5 minutes ago. I was holding my tongue, Kurt. All right, 3-1. John, that effectively tied up the shots. It's 33 shots, 32. We'll see if Chaska pulls the goalie here. Now down 2 with a minute to go. But Jefferson gets it into the offensive zone. They're fighting for it. Got to be careful they don't get caught. Too many people deep. Centering pass. Towie tried to redirect. It ends up behind the net. Passes it opposite side. That's Moore. Drops back to first. First shot hit traffic. Down to 30 seconds. Moore tried to poke that in front. Get a freeze. 24 seconds.
Offensive zone face-off.
We'll change up the forward line. Keep the same D pairing out. Chaska gets 5 fresh skaters. If we keep it in the offensive zone, they got no opportunity to pull the goalie, right?
It's going to be pretty tough to score 2 goals with 24 seconds left.
Keith does a good job slowing it down on the sidewall. DeVos looking for one more. Shot, rebound, loose in front. Keith with the backhand. Hit traffic. Clear to the side. Chaska throws it down. That will end it, John. That's going to be on net, but excellent win here in a very competitive game. Jefferson holds on. 3-1 victory against Chaskachan. John, that we entered the third period, correct, up 2-0. Got that third goal, which you said was key, and then killed off those back-to-back penalties. That was probably the key stretch of this game.
Yeah. Survived the penalty. 2 penalties, the short 5-on-3. Chaska almost tied it up in shots and made it a game at the end there, but Jefferson held on.
Bjorklund's final stat line, John, 34 shots and only 1 goal. That is an impressive, save percentage there. So for John Woodford and I, we play, like I said, I think the JV team, I don't know, Kurt, if you know what time the JV game is on
we have Thursday here against Hopkins.
So that's right. Next JV game is Thursday against Hopkins, 5 o'clock. And then we will play Chaskachan again at Chaska. Ooh, an AM game. All right, 10:30 a.m. on Saturday. So for Kurt Krenz, John Woodford, myself, John Rash, hopefully you've dug yourself out, and we'll see you here in 20 minutes or so. And for our friend Jay out in Colorado at the spa, we hope you enjoy your vacation. We'll see you back here Thursday.